In this lesson, we are going to analyze the Spotify charts. Okay, so this is the website. Just go to spotifycharts.com. It's top 200 and viral 50. So when I click on viral 50, the URL actually changes to viral. Top 200, it will show just regional. And there is also some filters for global, or you can choose the country that you like. So I really like Japan, so I'm going to click Japan, and it will show regional JP. So this is the 2-letter country code for Japan. So JP daily, which is this daily. You can also change it to weekly. Then latest, if you want it of a particular date. Okay, the latest is 15 September. So if I click on 15 September, it will also change to still 15 September. It's still the latest one. Okay, so if you want it to be the latest data, you just type in latest. Okay, latest. You want the SG Singapore, you can either choose from a list, or you can actually put in SG daily latest. Okay, so this is how these Spotify charts work. And there's also a download to CSV, but we are not going to use the download to CSV because there's a Cloudflare here, which we don't want to use. Okay, so I'm not going to use this because of the Cloudflare. Okay, so we are going to analyze this top 200 chart for this global. Okay, for this exercise it will be global. So top 200 charts, how are we going to get this data into the Google Sheet? We are going to talk about that. Then maybe you want to analyze a little bit about the artists and the streams. So there is also some symbols. That means there's no change in the ranking. This means that it is going up, and this yesterday it was at a higher position. Today it has dropped to this position. And if you scroll down, you may see these are probably new entries. Okay, so we are going to start now. Okay, to import into these sheets. So I'm going to say sheets.new. Okay, creates a new sheet, and then we're going to call this Spotify charts. Okay, in order to get this chart into the Google Sheets, we want it to be always the latest data. We don't want to copy and paste every day, so we want to do it once. And so how we are going to do it is I'm just going to copy link address, or you can just copy spotifycharts.com/regional. You can also copy the full address. The full address is this global daily latest. You can copy the entire one, but I want to keep things short, so I'm going to just copy spotifycharts.com even without the regional. Okay, so going to come to here. In order to get the data in here, we will say equal import. Okay, equal will evoke the functions. So equal import, there are a few ways for you to import data in Spotify, in Google Sheets. So you can import XML, if there are structured data, CSV. Okay, we used to use this to import in CSV, but because of the Cloudflare, we can't import CSV, so we are not going to do that anymore. Import feed, so this can import RSS. If you want to import news feed from Straits Times, you can do so for this RSS. But today what we are going to use is import HTML. There is also import range for another spreadsheet. Okay, so import HTML, that was a HTML page. Okay, so it will import a table or list from a HTML page. So click on that, then it will give you some information about the function. URL query index logo. If you expand out, they will give you an example. Okay, URL is for this is demographics of India. There is a query, table, or list. Okay, you can see from here it's either a list or a table. There's nothing else or other than list or table for the HTML. So you can specify what do you want. Index is to identify which table you want or which list you want, the first list, the second list, the third list. So from there you state a number and it will be able to call that. And in case there is a need to change some of the how they format the language, then you may want to use local. So for the URL, we will put a double quotation mark. Take note, it must be double quotation mark. Command V, paste in the URL. Okay, whichever is your liking. You want a short URL or you want to have the regional, global, daily, latest, you can. If you put in the long URL, then maybe later you can play with the URL to get other countries' data. Okay, but for this example, I just want to keep things short. So I'm going to say import from Solidify charts a table number 1 and enter. So like this, you will be able to bring in all the data. So from one single cell, it is able to import in everything. So what I'm going to do is I have no need for this, so I'm going to hide it. Maybe I also try and hide this, see whether I can hide columns. Okay, good. So I hide A and C. Okay, hidden both of them. So if we take a look at the track that is imported in, it is imported in with the artist and track and artist together. Each track will have 2 star asterisk symbol. Okay, 2 asterisk symbol to say that to bold it. Okay, to bold it, so you can see that it's bold because of the star asterisk. Okay, so for the HTML page, for them the asterisk is to denote bold. So what we are going to do is we want this is no good because the data has 2 things, 2 items, and so we want to split the data and want to remove the asterisk, which shouldn't be there, no need for it to be there. So how are we going to do so? Okay, how are we going to split up this? I'm going to just maybe expand out this. So and another thing to note is in order to freeze the header, okay, you can look at my cursor. Okay, when I click on this, drag it down, it will freeze the header, so you can actually scroll it. Okay, maybe first thing that I want to do is hold on to one of the cell, command drop arrow. Okay, command down arrow, and then select empty cell, empty row. Okay, and command shift down arrow, delete. Okay, I deleted all those that I don't need. Okay, next. So I'm going to start to work on this. So first thing that I want to do is I want to talk about the stars. Okay, or before even that, I want to talk about counting. So if I have a cell A, B, C, A, B, C. Okay, in order to know what is the length of this, I will need to say equal length of text 6, because there is ABC is 6 characters. Now, so this is equal length G2. We are saying that check on G2 what's the length. So I can also say ABC space ABC, it will be 7 because there is an extra space, the space is counted as well. So this is how we can calculate the length of the cell. Okay, So this is one. Next thing that I want to do is if I want to remove some stuff. So this is one. I'm going to say star track star by artist. Okay, I'll remove the star at the front. Okay, I will say equal right string number of characters that one from the right. So from the right, TSIT will calculate the whole of these, and will know how many characters I want. I want TS, so 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 characters. Okay, so 15 characters, there it removes away the star from the point. Okay, so that is what we want to do to remove that star. Okay, then after we have removed this star, okay, we have removed this star using right G3 15. Instead of counting, that's why we want to use length G3 minus 1. That will count and minus for us what we don't want, the 1 star, and adjust it. So that is how we actually do it. Next, you want to split the track and artist. So if you want to split the track and artist, it will be split by star by space. So equal split this H3 delimiter will be star by space. Again, it's all double quotation mark. Split by each will be false. Do you want to split by each of the character? You want to split by the star, by, and space? No, we want to split by the whole thing. So like this, enter. You see that it split nicely to track and artist. Okay, so now we are going to work on this column. Okay, using this. I'm going to delete away. Okay, so going to say equal right. Now if you type in right, choose this. There is a example and explanation for every single one. String, number of characters, what does it mean? If you want to know more, you can click on learn more. Actually, you should try and look at this, and it will actually explain to you with further examples. And what I like is this Google Sheets function list. So you click on Google Sheets function list. This shows you all the functions that you can use in Google Sheets. So a long list of functions for various situations whereby you want to work on the data. So you should try and use this filter to try and find to see what you can do with data. So take some time to go and explore these Google Sheets function list. So I'm going to go back to here. So if I charts, so I'm going to say equal right D2 length D2 minus 1. Okay, so that's what we did. So it is done. Then we add in. So we are going to say bracket split this text with delimiter star by space, enter. Oops, forgot. Star by split by each, false. Okay, enter. So now we have split the track and artist into two. Okay, so how do we split for all 200 of the songs here? Okay, all the tracks are listed here. How do we split them up? So in order to split up all 200, one way, okay, one of the way is that we can go to the square on this cell. Okay, it changes your cursor to a plus. Okay, so you take note of the cursor. This is just to maybe this is to move this cell to another position. This is to move, and so this, when it's a plus, in order to fill in one way, one of the methods is that you can double click on this square. Okay, this square, double click it, and it will fill in all of this with the data. Okay, tracks and artists. Okay, that's one way. But I like to do it another method. Instead of using this method, I prefer, based on circumstances, I much prefer this to be using another formula called array formula. So in order to do that, we will say D2D. When I say D2D, it will work with the entire column from D2 all the way to the end of D. Then length D2D, and once you have written all this, you just need to press Command Shift Enter. Command Shift Enter will insert in the array formula, and then you press Enter. Everything is done for you. One cell will have done everything for you here. So we can okay, so this is the track and these are artists if you want to adjust the columns. Okay, so I think I'll just keep it to 100. Okay, so that's for track artists. I'm going to just delete away the rest. Okay, so we have not copied any data. Okay, we simply take in the data by importing it, and then we take the data and we split it using a combination of functions, length, right, split, and array formula to split the track and the artist into two columns. Okay, the next thing I want to do is I'm going to rename this as raw. I'm not going to do more to this raw data. Okay, instead I'm going to create a new sheet. I'm going to call this unique. Okay, unique, and I want to find out some information. There are some ways that you can find out some info. We can click on the whole column G, and then we can go to data. There are some things that we can get information from easily using the Google Sheets. So there is a split text to column. Actually, we could have used split text to columns, but when it updates the data will be different. This will actually kill off the data. So actually it's not so good to use this unless your data is not going to be updated. Then maybe this is a good option, simple for you to use to split data. But other than that, if not, we should use maybe functions. Actually, function is much better for that. There are also options to help you remove duplicates, trim white spaces, and other cleanup suggestions that you can use. Now, what I want to highlight to you here is column stats. So column stats, we ignore row 1, and it can count and show us all the number of songs that are by the artists in that list. So from these we know that Drake now has 14 songs in the top 200, and this Ed Sheeran has 5 songs. BTS has 4 in the top 200 list. So we can get some data from here, but we can't do much with whatever is here lah. We can't do further things with this data. They also tell us that we now have 138 artists in the top 200. But how do we actually get all this data into a separate sheet to work on for more data? Okay, that's what I want to continue on with. So we are going to go unique, and I'm going to call this unique artist. Okay, in order to get a unique artist, actually we can do this equal count unique. Okay, equal count unique, and we go to raw, and we just need to click on G2 G. Okay, G2 G, and press enter. There, this formula 138 is the same as what was given. So unique artist is 138. If you want to know who are the unique artists, we can say equal unique. Same thing, raw G2G, or you can type out, or you can go there and click onto the range. Okay, so I'm going to type in this unique G2G, enter, and this is the unique list of artists. Okay, so we have the unique list of artists, and next thing is, which is 138. Next, what we want to do is want to find out a little bit more information. Maybe we will pull down this. Okay, so I want to know how many songs each and every artist in this list have. So because if you look at these, I choose the column stats again. You can only see the five most and five with the least. Okay, so we want to get a bit more information, like the kid Laroi or something. How many songs does he have in the list when his song is the number one? Okay, how many songs does he have? So we want to know all these details. So maybe we should come to here and equal count if. We are going to count if the range, which is raw G2 G, the criteria is that it must be this name. So click on this name, enter. We know that he has 2 songs in the top 200. Okay, so how do we do for all of the 138 artists? We just need to say A2A, Command Shift Enter, array formula, enter. There we can see that Drake has 14, Olivia Rodrigo has 8, and Lisa has 2. Okay, some of these artists you may know. Okay, so from here we will have some information about how many songs do they have in the top 200. Then next, okay, I'm going to just go down, and I think I'll just delete all of these rows that I do not need. Okay, so next, I want to know some other data. You see, every song has a stream. So this song has 8 million streams, 8,780,000 streams. I want to know how many in total, how much in total stream the artists have. So let's say Drake has 3 million for this song. He has 2 songs that I can see here. I can sum up these 2 data, add them together, but Drake has actually 14 songs. How do I know what's the total number of streams he have? Oh, here this another one by Drake, and by Drake again. So I want to sum the data if it's from Drake. Okay, so how do I actually do that? I can use equal sum if. Equal sum if the range G2 G meets the criteria of A2 A, and if it meets the criteria, we will take E2 E. Okay, we'll take E2 E, Command Shift Enter, enter. There. So it shows us that wow, Drake now has 22 million streams because of his 14 songs. Okay, so this is a total stream. Okay, so we have some information. So maybe you want to know, yesterday we know that Drake has about 9% of the top of the total stream of the 200 songs. So we want to find out a little bit more. So maybe we can say equal C2C divided by sum C2C divided by multiplied by 100. Command Shift Enter, Enter, and we are going to just reduce the decimal place. Oh, so okay, so we know that the percentage of the stream has dropped. Yesterday it was like 9%. I know it because yesterday I was monitoring this. So today is 8%. Okay. So from here it tells another story. From this we can actually compare data from every other day, the data. So from here we know the streams, how many percent does it take, what is the total stream for per artist. So maybe you can track performance of the artist. 14 songs in the top 200. That, I think that's pretty good. You can also take these figures and find out maybe a percentage of stream. This one maybe I'll change name to stream percentage. Okay, and maybe this one will be performance is over 200 song. How many percent is in the top 200? So equal to B2B divided by 200 times 100. Actually we can just divide by 2 divide by 2. I think maybe it will work. So 0.5%, I think so, yeah. So from here we know this Drake is take up 7% of the top 200 lists. Okay, the rest is 0.5%, or for Ed Sheeran is 2.5%. Okay, maybe I want to find out about how much money do they rake in, So money. So on average, Spotify payment per stream. Okay, just get some data from here. Of course, you need to check your source. But I'm just going to use this. Okay, so on average, it said here that they pay 0.004 per stream. Depends on many factors, of course. So we are just going to take this rough figure. Okay, so we are going to say that so every stream is pays you this amount of money. So I want to know how much do they earn on an estimate how much do they earn from Spotify alone. So we will say equal to stream C2 C multiply by this, Command Shift Enter, and we can get a figure of how much do they actually earn from all the streaming. So of course we can just a decimal place. Okay, so this gives us a little bit more data on how much do they earn from the streaming. Okay, so I hope this lesson is enriching. So I think for here, if you want to work with other data, like let's say now I want to look at Singapore, I can actually look at this. So regional, if I want to look at Singapore's data, I can say regional / SG daily latest. Okay, or you can actually do it such that you can get multiple country in the different sheet, and you can actually compare them. So maybe I just look at Singapore daily latest, enter, changes, you will load the data, all the data is updated. Let's take a look at the unique, and from here we can see that streaming 8 songs. Ed Sheeran has 8 songs. Ed Sheeran is more popular maybe in Singapore. So maybe you can take a look at all these. Where is the so from here we can see that Drake, maybe I don't know whether have Drake or not, so maybe search for Drake. Oh, Drake only got 3 songs in Singapore. Okay, so that's it for my Google Sheet lesson. You may want to explore blending the data of various country and maybe look at the listening habits, whether Singapore versus Malaysia's listening habit. Are we the same? Do we listen to the same type of songs? Uh, yeah, so there are a lot of information that you can try and play with from here. Okay, so thank you very much.